In this video, we're going to check out a possible successor to my S2000. Well, not exactly this car, but one very similar to it. I've been thinking about Cayman GT4s, and the Spider is basically the convertible version. So let's talk about whether it's worth it to make the switch from an S2000 to a Porsche. Enjoy the video! Hey, I'm ALBO. I came to Japan as an English teacher, then moved near Tokyo to pursue my passions. I became a filmmaker because I love cars, Japanese culture, and a good story. I'm lucky enough to live the JDM dream, and so my videos are about my car life in Japan, where I go to car meets and visit shops, do track days and toge runs, build and review cars, and shoot vlogs, short films, and documentaries about Japan's car culture and history. Join me and my friends on our adventures and find out what it's really like in the land of the rising sun. So hop in, fasten your seatbelts, and enjoy the ride.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Hey guys, okay, so we are here at, where is it? Hakozaki?
Hakozaki.
And it's about to be shut down, but this is the first meeting of the Banana Club. I should make like Banana Club stickers, except for you. You're like the
I'm not in the group.
the white one out.
Yeah, I'm the one kid.
But check out what we got here. Check out our crew. Starting over here, we have Masa's Yaris. Then, you can see over here, we have the S2000.
The oldest car in the group.
And we have Victor's brand new 708 Spider. That looks amazing.
Very good car.
And then Takana's Lotus Elise. All right, so we got the Banana Gang over here, guys. This is the Banana Gang. This is sweet. And in this video, well, for now we're just gonna hang out, but I thought it would be cool to see if, I mean, to be honest, the Spider, that's kind of like a dream car for me. That's kind of like the next level of the S2000. Like a GT4 or Spider, which is a convertible version of the GT4. Let's find out more about this car. Okay, so yeah, you just got this car 2 weeks ago. How is it so far?
Well, I scraped it a lot.
You scraped the front?
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
Yeah. Wow.
And earlier today, actually, what did I do? I actually sent you a message. I was like, hey Mas, like, can you look for GT4s for me? Because I crunched the math, and I was like, you know what? It's possible, but later that day, Vic messaged me. It's like, hey, you guys want to go for a drive? I'm like, what? It must be fate. So I had to come out.
ALBO.
Yep.
Question.
Yeah.
Are you gonna buy a GT4? You're thinking one?
Well, to be honest, yeah. But I mean, like, this is like the better version
of
You
your
could say, because it's literally, it's like my car except like 10 times better. Well, who knows? I don't know if it's 10
11
times better. Yeah, 10 times more expensive, that's for sure.
Yeah. But then again, I was thinking that these cars would never depreciate it. I've been checking out the 91 GT4.
Yeah, and you are now a top ranker. So.
Yeah, I'm a top ranker.
Yep.
So I was checking out the whole entire, like
the prices,
the prices, right?
Yeah.
And it never got below 9 million yen range. At car sensor.
For the GT4, right?
For GT4.
Yeah.
Even though it's already like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
Still, it holds value.
That's what I was thinking. So basically, if I got one, I would just own it for several years and then see what happens after that. But it doesn't seem like a bad financial decision.
It's not that bad, to be honest with you.
Right.
And, like, the manuals are hard to come by nowadays.
Yeah. And this one's a manual, right?
No, mine is a PDK.
It's a PDK.
Oh, it's a PDK. Okay.
Yeah, you can get a manual version. The manual version is earlier, like half year earlier. And this is after the manual version came out, and I think last year, in the end of last year, you can order it in PDK.
Okay.
I think you should get one.
I want to drive it. I really want to.
Okay, go ahead, drive this thing.
I want to know what it's like. They can drive it. My God, that's cool. Okay, Masa's Yaris is cool too, but we got the full Banana Club over here. I feel like I should make some Banana Club stickers or something. Oh my goodness, this is such a cool sight. Shape-wise, I don't know, that Spider's really beautiful, but compared to the other cars, I feel like the S2000 still looks very, very good even in 2021. Of course, the Elise is also another very, very good-looking, classic shape that's stood the test of time. It still looks great in 2021. Oh man, but what a sight. Let's go for a drive and we'll just see how it is. All right, we're being asked to leave by the popos. All right, let's go. All right, man, that's freaking cool. Oh, okay, it's actually more complicated. More complicated than I thought. So you gotta unlatch it? Look at that. Okay, I win. Interesting. Whoa, okay. Okay. So it's not power.
No, the only power thing is the hook.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh wow.
Look at that. That's a good looking car. I'm super surprised it's not power.
Well, because it's Spider. Yeah, it saves
Look at that
a lot of
interior.
weight, I think.
Wow.
And it's more simple.
It's inside.
Yeah, sure. You know what's cool about it? It's this. The door latches are.
They charge you more for less weight. Dude,
Yeah.
Your navigation has like a little anime girl sleeping.
That's a radar.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's a Webermeister. Those of you who don't know, that's called Leichon.
Ah, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, because you're not a Weber, you're a grown man.
I'm in love with Takana's car too. Your car's sick, it's also sick. Should we put our top downs?
Top down battle.
Top down battle. Okay, how long is this gonna take? Okay.
It's like if you don't need any modern nannies, you know, you don't need an auto lock, you don't need anything.
You need a helper to come here. Top down battle. Okay, here. I'm gonna put my top down. Let's see if I beat him.
Oh, that was close one.
Masa, who won that?
You.
That was me.
Obviously.
So your turn.
Okay, do you guys have any sawzall?
Yeah, we'll cut off your carbon roof.
Just cut the roof.
Yeah.
Throw it away. Yes. You press this button right here.
Ah, okay. Thank you, car finder Masa. That's why you're the top ranker.
Yeah, try not to step on that side sill.
There we go.
You're in. Well, if the car has the roof on it, it's much more worse.
Oh wow. It's like a more Spartan version of my car.
You're just comparing with everything with your car.
I have to compare every banana to my banana. That sounds
So,
really
ALBO, did you notice?
super gay.
Super gay, yeah, it is super gay.
Let's all compare bananas. Yeah.
Hey ALBO, did you notice the floor mats?
Yeah.
Those are your favorite.
I was gonna get those floor mats.
Those are your favorites.
This is cool, man. Whoa.
The eye point is so low.
Yeah, it's super low with the huge haunches over here. Dude, this is so nice. Oh my
So
gosh.
this Elise is hand built in England by a guy named David Hills, and he did a really good job with building the AC that didn't break down.
Good job, Mr. David. Mr. David. Oh wow, he literally signed his name. Look at
Yeah, I know. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. All right guys, so since we came all the way here with my gear, let me just get a few quick shots with the proper camera instead of the iPhone, which I'm using right now. How is it? How's the S2000?
I want this too. I need my third car for this.
You know, daily for your daily for your daily.
Yeah, my daily's my daily.
Gran Turismo sticker, huh?
Yeah, man, I love it. Gives me back back in the days feeling. I remember how, what is it, Gran Turismo 2?
Yep.
Or something. It was the S2000.
It was. That's
model,
right. Yeah. And that's how I fell in love with the car, actually, because of the game.
Same thing, actually. I fell in love with this at least first time through Gran Turismo.
Isn't it cool? Like, Gran Turismo is the source of a lot of our,
a
lot of people's passions for cars. All right, dude.
Peace out, man.
See ya. Well, we want to hear that exhaust when you start the car. Ooh. Which one do you like better, this or the ND?
I love both. I have two. ND is my daily. This is my just drive out, stress out days.
Nice. All right, dude. See ya. Good to see you, man.
Peace out, man. Also, it's no power steering.
See ya.
He's so baller because he took off the roof. But he didn't put it.
He didn't close it. I think he forgot about it. He's like, oh yeah. Hang on. Let me park my car beside the.
So Mr. ALBO, you talked to me about you're considering getting a modern Porsche.
Yeah, earlier today I actually asked Masa to take a look at the auctions for me to see what are the prices of like a 981 GT4. This kind of started as like a joke last April, or I think it was this April. When
You do mention about getting a 718 or possibly 991 GT4.
I think 718 is still too expensive, but 981 I think you could get it under like $100,000. I mean, with the prices of these cars, I could sell this for maybe, you know, like maybe half the cost. And then, like, if I were to sell this and if I were to sell the Forester STI, you know, it's not that much of a stretch to make up the difference. I still have two cars, right? I still have the GT4 and the Roadster. And probably my wife would get like another daily or something. But you know, I don't know. I've been thinking about it more than I thought I would.
I think I had this thing with my head when I changed my previous car, which was FD2,
to the Yaris,
to this thing,
to the GR. Yeah.
You have like the same thing that I had a couple months ago, and I decided to go for it because the FD2 wasn't like my forever car at all to begin with, and I hadn't had that amount of sentimental value towards the car right now at that point.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I can make a good buck out of it, then I think I should sell it and move on. And that's what I did. But whereas this car,
it's already got a ton of sentimental value. I feel like I've pretty much customized this to be like basically my ideal.
It's like now it's ALBO mobile right now.
It is, yeah. And it's a fantastic car. It's great. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's more like I keep wanting to modify it even more. You know, carbon hood coming, some rear bumper coming, and then I was also looking at like new wheels. And then earlier today I was talking to Jason, and I was like, oh my god, with the amount of money that I'm spending on a monthly basis, I could afford a GT4. But I don't know if I would be happier with the GT4, but I don't know if I wouldn't be. It's tough. I don't know. We're talking about Porsches. I love the GT4. I love the Spider. This is basically a top-down, drop-top version of the GT4, which in theory sounds like the best thing ever for me. To me, it sounds amazing. But there's just something about, I know it's super stupid, but like GT, you know, like to me, Turismo, right? Like to me, there's just something quite cool about that. But then you would lose the ability to put the top down, and that is a big reason why I love this car so much. The thing too is, I think a car, even like a GT4, it doesn't feel like forever car for me. I think it would be something I would drive for like 2 years and then and then sell it for not much of a loss, if at all, and use that to fund like the next car, whatever that might be, an NSX or like a Huracan or something, like I've talked about before. But I'm pretty sure I would miss this car if I used it to fund the purchase of like that next car. The way the car sits now, this is like pretty much the end of like phase 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. That's the word I want to say. Like, it's like the phase 1 is finished. So should I move on to the next car, or should I make this phase 1 to phase 2?
Exactly.
And add more modifications to it, make it better.
Right. Which is gonna be like another $20,000. Which at that point, you know, it's like
you're spending over a lot of money right now.
It's already Porsche money. Right. It is. It's like you can keep going with this car. You could, especially if you like, you know, like expensive parts with ASM or like, you know, spoon. Like I'm really into ASM these days, which is like, it's so expensive.
You're fanboying it right
Oh
now.
my god, it's so expensive. Earlier today I was looking at the ASM Clearways wheels. It's like $5,000 for the wheels. And I'm like, yeah, that's not too bad. I feel like that's kind of reasonable. It's not. It's crazy. It's a sickness. It's an illness. But that's just the start of it. It's like after that, then, you know, you go crazy with like endless brakes. You could like go HKS supercharger. That's another easy $20,000 or $30,000. And it's like, it starts to get to that point where it's like, is it worth it? I'm not sure.
If you have this kind of sentimental like thing, attachment to your car, I think it's like safe to say like you should hold on to it. But if that sentimental value is still like easy to, you know, move on, then I think you should move on and enjoy another car. Now your phase 1 is almost finished. I think it's safe to say like maybe you should maybe move on to something, because
okay, so in conclusion,
I think you should move on.
I see. Interesting. How about you, Vic? What do you think? I mean, you've gone through, you know, a couple P cars now.
Yeah, but how to say, because I didn't do a lot of customization like you did.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure, everyone have an attachment for their like previous owned car, and I will say in the future you always have the chance to go back to the car you used to own. But for this amount of modification, so it's really a hard choice.
Yeah.
And
already done a lot to it, right? Yeah. And then now I'm kind of like at the edge of like going even more, even more, and it's like it's endless.
Well, I think for me, if you're gonna spend more and more, like adding a supercharger, I think it defeats the characteristic of the S2000, which is like a high revving NA with the raw NA engine. So if you rather spend 20 grand or 30 grand to this thing again, and then make it into like almost like 80 grand car after that, then might as well just, I think you should move on to a better platform, better chassis, and enjoy it more.
Really don't need to touch the horsepower, especially the power segment. You just need to make it a perfect balance, like the lightweight and the handling, and leave the engine the way it is. And just like Tsuchiya did with his 86, he's already a drift king, and he drives all the car in the world, and he's still holding his old 86. And I think he didn't do a lot of like power upgrading and modification of the 86, just to make the car perfectly balanced. And he knows the car is no longer as fast and can't compete with any modern car now, but it's still a fun car to drive and to hold. Probably the easiest solution is just try to make more money.
Yes! There you go.
So you can hold the car and together move on to the other one.
Dude,
you can always hold the car you love.
That's the solution. Yeah, Vic had the perfect solution.
What?
Just make more money. Make more money, bitch. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, just make more money,
so
bitch.
you don't have to sell this car. Yeah, that was kind of like my conclusion. It's just, you know, going back on it, when you have that opportunity, when you're like, it's within reach, like you could do it, it makes you think, it's like, is it worth it? And I think it's of course, all you guys love JDM, and it's already like sacrilegious to have this conversation. But then at the end of the day, you know, it's like, it's in real life, just go and drive it, see how it feels, see what you think. So for me, it's really awesome to like see a car like this in real life, like sit in it, touch it, and see how I feel, because at the end of the day, it's just mental masturbation if you're just thinking about all the reasons why not to, just because it's JDM, because you love it. You know, the answer is going to be different for everybody. For me, I think right now, I still think the S2000 is. I just love it. You know, shape-wise, it's beautiful. Everything about it is super customized, and it's my car now. But who knows in the future? Like Vic said, I hope I don't part ways with this. I just make more money and just buy another car. This is so nice. Holy Jesus!
Albo, give it a little bit more.
Oh, it's so nice.
What do you think, Albo? Do you think you should get a 918 and 981 instead?
Oh man, I think I just need to make more money. Yeah. Okay, the thing is, right? It's like a car like this. It's so nice that I feel like you can't modify it. Like we were having this conversation off camera. It's like you just buy the spec, you just keep it, and then probably it's going to go up in value. And at some point, it's going to be more worth it to just sell it and just try something else. Whereas, like the S2000, I feel like I should just always keep it and have it as like a baseline, so I can always compare it to other cars. So I think I'm going to keep the car. But I don't know. It's crazy because, like, you know, it's not this car. I'm thinking about like a 981 GT4, but it's feasible, you know. It's like it could happen, so it's fun to think about. But maybe I should, you know, make it so it's like really comfortable, not just barely giddy by it, you know. You know what makes this car amazing too?
Yeah, sure.
Top down. I think I would like it 30% less if I can't put the top down. No, probably 50% less. I think. Right? Vic, you know, that's the selling point. That's the main selling point of a sports car for me, is putting the top down. All right, let's we'll wrap this up, drive back home, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, let's go home. Alright guys, so we're back. I'm gonna end this video here because it is just past 2 in the morning, but just some final thoughts. So driving back actually really reminded me again how much I love the S2000. It sounded amazing, especially going into VTEC and the tunnels, and the car is just so responsive and so raw. And you know, now that it has the GT wing, everything about it is just perfect. It's pretty much the end of phase 1 for my S2000. I know this channel is all about the JDM and car life here in Japan, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the GT4 is an especially exciting car. I think it's probably the only other proper sports car that I'm really excited about, aside from the S2000. So who knows what the future is going to hold. When I think about it realistically, I think the really interesting thing about sports cars these days is that, well, the value keeps rising, so essentially you could pretty much, well, at this point in time at least, it is quite feasible to drive them around for a couple years, maybe 1 or 2 years, and get out of it, and you would in some cases even make money. But the other side of that is, I think about when you're always switching cars every couple of years, does the car really end up feeling that special for you? I don't know. It's a very interesting time because there's a lot of possibilities that are open to regular folks like us. But for now, I think I love my S2000, especially that drive back. It was amazing. But I think I need to maybe take it a little bit easy with all the modifications. You know, we've got a few things coming up, like the carbon hood and the ASM rear bumper, and likely I'll probably get a diffuser as well. And in the future we're gonna get ASM over fenders. After that I'll need to get new wheels and new tires, but it's a lot of money. So let's see how it goes. For content wise for the channel, I think it's great for content. So what do you guys think? I mean, if I picked up the GT4, it almost seems like there would be like less content just because, well, the car's like done. But the S2000, you can keep building it, and it's like this endless rabbit hole, but it's just so much fun. You know, I'll probably sleep on it and wake up tomorrow and be like, what was I even thinking? But it was just super fun to see the possibilities that are out there these days. I'll leave it with that, and let's just see what the future holds. So thanks again for watching, guys, and have a good night.